Hello and welcome to the second match of Stoke's King of the Hill Cat C £100 a man tournament. This sees Staffordshire's David Owen taking on Shropshire's Martin Delaney. And it looks like Delaney has won the lag. So we're ready to kick off. Race to 11. Winner goes through into the quarter final. Stick your score predictions in the chat if you've got any, who you think's going to win, what score you think it's going to be. And we'll see who is the closest come 5 o'clock-ish. So Martin's made a ball off his first break. Looks like he's possibly got 2 bad reds, the one just under middle and the one next to the yellow. I'm not sure it goes in the bottom left, but he may well take his bad ball down the rail first. That's a good shot. He's played back on it. Don't mind that. He's cued that nicely, and this will tell us whether that red goes past the 2 yellows. Come on, don't be shy, get your predictions in. I don't know too much about David Owen, but obviously there'll be a few watching that know Martin. So where are you plumping it? So it didn't quite go, he tried to play it off the yellow. And David's got half a chance at these yellows now. He's just cued across that one a little bit, but he might have got away with it, pushing the black onto the red. We've got 25 views and still nobody's made a prediction. Just ran out of position a little bit here. He's looking for a cross double, and if he can just get in behind the yellow next to his red, he might have a shot, but it's a tough shot. Bubba, 11-7 Martin, good to see you. He's changed his mind a little bit there, but I don't mind the shot. It's still a tough clearance with 7 yellows on. Where are the David Owen fans? Who's going to put a score on in his favour? He's played that with confidence, first shot. This could be the key shot to the frame now. If he can play it off the left cushion and just down, flick the red away. They're all on. He's going for the long one first and go back up for it after. He's played it off the yellow, which doesn't help him too much. Played the loss of turn there, but he's left Martin another chance. I think he's looking at loss of turn again here, but he needs to get a very good white. Oh, I missed that he fouled, so yeah, he's obviously going to go for these now. And this is a big chance to go one ahead for Martin now. Just float it up towards the centre of the table. It's a bit close to the cushion. It's very twitchy now because there's an in off to the top corner, but I think he's just about okay. Again, he's hit that thick because he's worrying about the in off. Very nervy first frame, and it'll be interesting to see which way David takes these. Will he play bottom one next after this over the bag? He is, and he's played it well. He's left himself an angle. He's just got to make sure he pots the ball now. Which he has, but he's come a little bit wrong on this yellow. He's relying on a little bit of luck here. He might play into the black, or he risks screwing it off. Or he's played safe. No, he hasn't. He's got it. That's a nice black to get the first frame on the board. Both had a couple of chances, but it will take a while to settle in, so hopefully they both get a little bit more flow in the coming frames. We're also going to try the replay button at some point during this broadcast just to see if it works. We think it's okay, so as soon as we see a decent shot, we'll press the button and see how it goes. And obviously it's a nice tool to have for future games. Very controlled break by David, but he's gone dry again. But there's a couple of clusters that need sorting out. It's tough. I think Martin might play right middle first and nudge the yellow to the top cushion, but still, it's very messy down here. This is one where you pot too many balls, it opens it up for the other colour set, so at this stage, that's not the worst miss. It's a nice confident starter for David. Let's see how he deals with this yellow on the left hand side. I think if he just screws back down towards the red above the black, I think he'll leave a nice angle to free it up and be on another ball, which is exactly what he's played. Bottom yellow now. Ideally he'll nudge the red and then he's guaranteed to be on everything. And that's what he's done, and he's come out nice. Be interesting to see how confident he's feeling now, because he can screw this one up the rail and move the one below middle if he feels like it, because again he's guaranteed to be on a yellow, but he might not feel he needs to. Hasn't, but he's going to have a tough shot coming unless he can get through to this one in the bottom right. Some people like to go into balls more than others. I'd have preferred to just nudge it, knowing it's very unlikely to go wrong. He tried to play on an angle which he now hasn't got, which makes it very tough to finish. Again, Martin's going to be pleased to get a shot, but he hasn't got the greatest first shot here. He's losing the white a little bit if he trims that one into left middle. He's playing safe. Don't mind that shot at all. He's left him a bit of a sniff at this long yellow. Again, if it goes and he flicks the black, he's got a very good chance, but it all depends on where the black goes. No, he's played a plant, which is strange, but it's a very tough shot now to try and get the angles to get back down to the bottom of the table. Just played a bit of containing safety there, and it's actually a nice shot. If Martin can sneak up behind them two reds on the left hand side, it's possibly a frame winner, but it's not an easy shot on a table that you don't know very well. He may just plump to leave it on the bottom cush, but I think he's going to try and get behind the reds. He's left a snick, but again there's no control over the white, so anything can happen. Missed it, but again he's left it very awkward. I think Martin will feel like he's up against it a little bit this frame. He can't quite get a foothold, but it'll come, it'll change. Played a nice shot there. He didn't want to force it and miss it and leave the yellow, so he's left himself a shot, but again this is fraught with danger. That's a very, very good shot. It's ball in hand, so I think Martin will look to play the loss of turn and screw him behind the black. If he wants to go very attacking, he could play the red off the yellow. And with the white coming down here naturally, it's sort of a free shot. Just top it through to the bottom cushion. It looks like it's a shot he's seen. into confident shots. We'll give that a little replay and see if it works. Just a little bit closer to the red than he wanted to be. I think as long as he comes off the bottom cush, he's okay here. Let's see if that replay works. Last shot. Yeah, that's nice. Plays a few times, but we'll save that replay. Few tweaks needed. I think if it plays once, I think that'll do, but we had 7 or 8 views of it. At least we know it works. Good effort that from David, just a little bit wide. He's left Martin another go. Middle, one under the black. And that'll be one each. Looks like he had a little bit too much angle on that, so he can just play this one now and float over to the right hand side. Leaves him a choice of 2 if he gets into a nice area. Ideally he wants to be on the one next to the black. It's just under it, which makes it very tough now. Again, he's still got to play the one by the black, but the white's coming round the table and he's got to hope to have a shot on the last red. He's given it a chance, but he's going to be unlucky, I think. He's just gone too far. So this is a wing and a prayer now. And he's give ball in hand. It's a big chance for David for 2-0. Played that well at all, and he snooked himself back. Barring a fluke now. I I think once both players get a few frames on the board, they'll settle down and start playing more natural. It's very cagey and worrying about stuff at the moment. "91 views, but still only Bubba's commented." I was going to say, if that yellow goes in, I'll let him change his prediction. But that's just as bad where it stopped there. It's tough to hide the white anywhere, so... But this isn't an easy shot with it being so close either, so... He's played it about as well as he could have, but he's left a shot at the yellow. Oh, he must have called a foul on himself for a double hit. Fair play, it's always best if the player calls it, it saves any dispute then. And that's 2-0 to David. Got it off to the top corner, it's not a good break. First chance to yellows. I think Martin will tell him he's put it the wrong side of the line here. Oh no, I'm going to be wrong. I just wonder if Martin saw it himself because he's let him carry on. Should have flicked to the top angle, I'd have got a better view, but it definitely looks that was a good inch the wrong side of the bulk line. He's just flicking everything awkward for Martin at the minute, so Martin desperately needs a frame on the board, else it's going to start building up for him. Not on that red either. Total snooker it looks like. Now you can see it. very unlucky there. He's not any flick on that red, and it's a good shot. David's got one good shot to play again here. May go first time with a yellow into the top left. Opens everything up. Depends how confident he is. Left with the same shot. If this goes, it's 3-0. And it has. He's played that well. He's played that very well. Nice control, and it's 3-0 to David. Crucial frame for Martin now. Firstly, he needs to get a chance. And then he's got to hope to get a frame on the board as soon as possible before the game drifts away. Struck them well, and he's made balls. Both sets are quite nice, but I'd say red slightly edge it. A little bit less work to do with the white. Taking the top yellow first. This is missable. He's played it well. He's still going to have a difficult one on the left hand side of the table. He may take the right middle now, top left, and then screw that yellow off again. He's guaranteed to be on one of the bottom two. That's the way he's decided on. You can just flick this towards middle bag now. Oh, he's just a little bit thin on it. I don't think he's got a great angle to get on the yellow above the reds either here. It's tough. Going for the double. he's got it. And again, he's just to the left-hand side of where he needs to be again. Ideally, you just want to screw straight back up to the pink spot. I think he's got too much angle. Played it well, and he's just got a little bit of rub. If he can top it through to kiss the red full ball, he'll play that. If not, he'll screw across the face to the black, and that's the shot he's gone for. He's just lost control of the white. Quit on the shot a little bit, and that's why he hasn't got the screw back he needed. But this is a big chance now to get Martin on the board. I'm a fan of playing this one. He's gone 2 now first. There's many ways you can get these, but I'd clear at least 2 of the bottom 3 before going up the table. Play the middle one now, middle of the 3 balls. Stun up the table. He's played on the 3rd down here. I just think it was easier to get on that one for the black than it will be to come down. He's gone too far, so he's going to be playing the positional shot off the red in the top corner, unless he rolls up a snooker, which I don't mind too much, but at 3-0 down, these are the ones that find their way into a pocket more often than not. But if he wins the frame off it, it'll be the right decision. And percentages say it was probably the right decision. It's not bothering a pocket. But again, Martin's got to cue this one. If he cues this one well, it'll give him no end of confidence. Don't mind that, he's got a big area to play into. Just play up and down the lines, don't be tempted to put left or right hand side on this and get close to the black. It's just natural angle. I'm afraid you can't be missing them. And that's 4-0 start for David. Bobby, you still confident that Martin finds something? Or do you want to change your prediction? That is just purely overthinking the shot. He's thinking he can go too close to the black. He's thinking he can go off in the top right. He's just done everything but pot the red. We're having a break after 10 frames, so absolute minimum, Martin needs to come out of this sort of 4-2 winner. I think if they go to the break 6-4 to David, I think they'll both fancy it still. But the same way the last one's the hardest, sometimes the first one's the hardest to win. It's just a little bit more tricky than he'd have liked. Fancy him to get this, so he's just worried about the in-off again. And he's overcut it. Really starting to struggle now. He's cued that confidently and it wasn't an easy shot, but he's in big trouble now. What's he done here? Still don't think he's left much. Oh, Martin needed that red to go there. He's allowing him time to get his balls out here. Just a little bit of work to do here for David. I think he's dropped on the middle one, which is perfect for him. Yeah, I don't disagree, Neil, but he's got to get a frame quick because he's been struggling for a few months with confidence, and this is going to send his confidence through the floor. So something needs to happen very soon. And that's not a good shot. But again, we'll have a look at the top view to see if it goes past the black. And that tells us it doesn't. And at a crucial time he's played another cracker, but the black is still tough. Close to the treble, it's a quadruple. I fancy Martin to pot this, but it's just a natural shot. Don't think about it, just get down and knock it in. Yeah, if you're missing them, it's time to pack up. But that's 4-1, and he's finally got one on the board. And it's David to break. Let's see how that changes the momentum now. Both players will be fairly disappointed with that frame, but obviously David can look at the 4-1 lead and think, okay, go again. Martin's still chasing at this point. And we have an in off, but how have they split? Yeah, they're okay. They're by no means dollies from there. I think reds are slightly ahead. But he can't be overly productive with his first shot. That's a good shot, and if the red on the right goes, that's fine. Maybe it doesn't go because I think he's playing into it. Well, he's moved them both, and they both go now. It's hard to tell from the angle, but I think he needs to get on the one by left middle fairly soon. Doesn't really connect to any other balls. I think he's more focused on the one next to the yellow at the top. Could find that red becomes awkward. He's got a gap to find. He's played that well. He can play with confidence up to this yellow. The only thing he doesn't want to do is hit the yellow full, pot the red, and not be on the other red. I'd much rather him play on the yellow in the middle of the 3 and just a little cannon on it. Looks natural angle. He hasn't hit it. He's tried to play for a gap. Again, it's always so much easier to play into a ball than it is to try and find a gap like that. And that's not the worst foul, but he's going to be in more trouble next shot. I think he's worried about the plant because I think he thinks he's the wrong side when that will reverse over. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think any touch on that yellow and that red drops and has him in between the two. That's only a loss of turn. Here's the pocket for this red. He's having to cut it back to the bottom right, which is not an easy shot, and he's going to need a bit of luck again. Does he think it just sneaks past that yellow? He's going for it. It was tight and he hasn't got a very good result there. He's going back in behind here. This is a twitchy one, just make sure it gets to the cushion, and he's done exactly that. Just rolled through too much. They're not easy shots to play on a fast table. You don't want to screw back and you end up getting no screw at all on it. Again, can Martin avoid the in-off here? He has, but he hasn't got the red. And this is another big chance for David. He's not played that well. Might need to reroute here. Just puts that little bit more pressure on because this ball's now missable. It's a natural angle to get on the yellow above the black, so he just needs to roll it in, but he does leave the red if he misses. Looks like he's digging. Oh, and he slooped another snooker. I think this is gettable for Martin. It's obviously a lot harder than it should be, but I think this is very makeable. You've got to hit it though. He has. That's a good shot. Another smelly black. It's a good shot. And that will give him that little bit more confidence than if he was left on the red and he just rolled it in and rolled the black in, because he has had to play a couple of shots there. So we're 4-2 and game on. That's a massive break, but he's found the whiting off again. Yeah, Bubby, you're right, but you know yourself, it's easier said than done sometimes. We've said to Martin, it's all about moments, and obviously there's been a little bit of change. He's got himself back in the match, he just needs to take advantage of this now, because David will keep picking off the chances if he keeps getting left them. He's already shown he's more than capable. Like I said, if he comes at the break 6-4 down, he's obviously 2-0 up. And now I think he's just questioning the ball in hand. Like say second frame, I'm sure he put it the wrong side of the line, but I'm not sure either player noticed. Warm. The future king of the hill, Javid Iqbal's just popped in to say hello. Gotta keep people entertained, don't I? Yeah. I don't know if I've got 8 frames more in me, Maz. Yeah, we're going to tag in. Right, so David's opted for containing safety. Let Martin go first and try and develop the balls. That's not a bad reply, he's just a little bit unlucky that yellow's gone on the top cushion. Oh, that was close. I think a couple more containing safeties for Martin, and I think yellow's become favourite here. Neither set have broke easy so far, so it's a bit of a battle. That's not really helped either of them. I don't think Martin wanted to give him that pocket, because I think he pots the one in middle now and plays loss of turn. Daniel, good to see you. Just surprised you missed the first hour. I lost the first bet of the day thinking you'd be the first to comment. Yeah, it's just getting messier and messier down here. Obviously Martin's played it off the inside of the red, but he's had to miss it by quite a lot to end up there. How easy has he made the loss of turn? Not that easy. That will do him. He's put David in a little bit of trouble here now. See what David can find in this situation. Putting a bit of pressure back on him now. That does him. The table's definitely in favour of yellows now. It just depends, while the black's covered up, how quick David can get down here and play the loss of turn. Again, I think Martin would be going here if he hadn't covered the yellow at the top. a little bit tip-tappy, both wanting the other one to do something. It's one of them cagey frames, but it's as big a frame as a break dish. He lost a turn here. It just depends how much gap there is in this bottom left pocket. He's tried it but hasn't got it, and the yellow hasn't got down there either. So it's not a good shot, but there's no way out for reds at the moment, so he's not going to be too upset with it. Again, it's all about whether this yellow passes the red down to the bottom left, and it looks like it does. So if he can just float this yellow into middle, it's very thin, but can he hold it? If it's touching ball, he'll just play a containing safety. And it must have been, because that's what he's played. I think David tries to get balls moving here, or does he just try and drop on it dead weight? He's gone for the dead weight, and he's just going to clip it. But he's opened the black up, so there's only one good double now. Yeah, I don't mind that shot. He's asked the question again. There's no harm in that. Now Martin's got to find a way to get these three yellows and get down onto the black across the bottom cushion. Is he going to get away with this? He hasn't. Now then, now he's in trouble. I think he was thinking more about the safety rather than just potting it. And he regained control of the frame for a second there. Martin certainly didn't want the yellow that close to the black. There's definitely no reback coming now, Ryan. I think he's just going to float the corner bag here and let Martin try and play a skill shot or loss a turn. There's not much value for either colour set. Both battling away, and this becomes a huge frame in the context of the match, because when you have these 64-minute frames, it's a massive one. It's a bit more of an attacking safety for Martin now. Will David go for it? It all depends whether he can miss the black when he doubles that red, which I don't think he can. Oh, he would have been on it, and this is the chance Martin's been waiting for. Let's see if he can make it count and close the gap to 1. that, but he's got away with that one. It's never easy on super quick tables to be able to punch them along the rail, so you have to cue them really well. He's got the hit. It's all about this yellow that's just snuck over to the side cushion. Again, I think I'd be screwing that yellow out. But he's going for the double. Obviously screwing it out, the yellow's going away. Playing the double, you're leaving the straight red. Fortunately the black doesn't go, but he might have left him an angle to leave himself a shot here. Yeah, David will be relieved with that. It's a nice black. It's a horrible one to lose for Martin, having a couple of chances late on in the frame. Three more frames before the break now, and then you can all go and put the kettle on and settle in for the final session. That's a very good break from David there. Controlled the white nicely, and they've just clustered up a little bit again. I'd say I'd just favour yellows here. I think if the yellow by the black goes off the red into middle, I think there's actually a route out. But if he takes reds, I don't think he's going to go too far into the finish before passing the table over to Martin again. think they'll both just manoeuvre a few balls around for a while yet, and nobody will go too rash. I think David's going to be looking for a loss of turn in middle. Martin's going to be looking for a loss of turn in the corner. They're just making it messy for each other at the moment. I think David's got a free shot at these now, as long as he doesn't plant the red behind the yellow, which he hasn't. He's not had a great kiss there. Otherwise, there's a chance. I think we've got the rest coming out. I thought he might just play that one down the cushion and try and get the bottom corner, because I think he's left the plant here. Plants the middle of the reds over the corner. Now he's taking the top one. Without that middle red there, there was a chance here. I think he needs a nice little nudge now. It all depends on where this second. He's just playing the red out by the looks of it. Now he's gone for the plant. And he's left Martin a loss of turn. And this puts yellow's back favourite. You just can't leave a gap. Just got to roll it through, sit on the red. Main thing, get the pocket. That's perfect. I think he's looking to back double this red across the over the bottom corner bag, but it's a tough shot. If he gets it, it just asks another question of Martin. Right, I'm going to have to leave you for 2 minutes to pop to the little boys' room. I can't wait any longer. Just watch this shot. And this is Martin's chance. What did I miss? Martin's still in. Surely must take the one over the pocket now. High is better than low. And he's just about perfect. Oh, he's completely quit on that shot, unfortunately. I was a fan of trusting your cue in for the straight yellow, drop it in, straight black to middle, but he cued it, went a bit far, but that black was a nothing shot. I think if David chops this red into the bottom, I think we're done. I think the angle's nice onto the red into middle, and we'll be 6-2. And a must-win frame for Martin. Again, that was very twitchy from David as well, and he's left the black this time. Does Martin give this an extra bit of pace in anger? Oh, he's cued it. That's a massive let off for him there. With 2 frames to go to the break, he's got to realise one good break here and it's game on. He's made a ball. If he's got a first yellow, he's got a chance. Well, it's a tough shot and he needs a lot of luck. He's gone red and he's played that well. Bit of a strange one, that one, for me. I think he needed to get down onto this bottom red fairly early while he still had balls, so I wouldn't want to be leaving him till last. Lost a turn, 2 cushions towards the black in between the 2 reds. He's played a very good skill shot there, but it hasn't helped him. Again, it's not a bad containing safety there. Danny said he should have played the loss of turn a shot before. I've never known Danny be wrong, so we'll go with that. And that's a nice shot from David as well, but I think he's going to be in a spot of bother. that's a terrible shot. That is absolute bread and butter. And he's played a howler. There's no excuse for that. He's got every part of that shot wrong. And he's got very lucky. But he's give David another go. What do you play here, Danny, to try and prolong your life on yellows? That's as good as anything if it drops. I'm not sure he's played that at all, but that is one hell of a result. This one could hurt if David rolls these in now. How thin's the yellow into middle? Does he knock the black down the cushion? No, it's fine, and he's got a shot. I think the yellow passes the black. I think he's got away with another there. Let's have a look. He's squinting, so it must be close. I'm saying it flies in. Oh, he's took his eye off the pot. I think if I was Martin, I'd have just gone for the kill there. That was a bad miss, I think. Just get down, knock the one in, play on the cushion. Just get it done and over. 5-4, go to the toilet, because like you said, this is a big frame. You've given him one more shot. Anything can happen. He's come a bit too far. He's just got to pot them. He doesn't want to overthink it. Doesn't need to be too close to it. It's good enough, but it's very tentative again. Oh, and he's missed that. It's a horrible shot for David, but it's a shot he certainly didn't be expecting to get, so he's just got to see what he can magic up here. Unfortunately, these lads can pot 5-6 balls as good as anybody, but it's that lapse of concentration right at the end, which is why they're not playing in the B section. There's no way I'm giving Martin that black the way that frame's gone. Yeah, I agree. Danny was never in line with a shot. He's just hit it straight. But that's 5-4, and the worst case is 6-4 now at the break, or it's 5 each. And I don't think either of them will feel particularly confident at 5 each, but it's certainly a result if Martin gets there. And David's going to be wondering how it's all square after 10. Again, they're both making balls off the break, but there's always that one cluster that come together just to make it awkward. There's only one red to sort out, but obviously yellow's the easiest first ball. I think this is where David floats the bag. There's no out on yellows anymore. I know you don't see much of it in international rules, but the way this frame's gone, they just have to pass it over to the other player and let them cut their throat. He's played that well. I just think he's chasing an unlikely finish now. The balls just don't connect properly. And every yellow potted, the red becomes more and more favourable. Yeah, there's no future for this visit now. Right, Martin, now's your chance. See what you've got. I'll be happy to play this red off the yellow and push the yellow to the side cushion, just get a little bit more control. Because he's guaranteed to be on the one into middle. He's played on his bad ball up the rail, but hasn't quite got there. It's still not a bad angle, and he's got a relatively free shot at it. That will do him, that's worked out well, it's a nice shot. Just stun the white dead and leave a nice angle to cut the red across and float down. Yeah, that's perfect. You don't need to flirt with the middle bag here. If he overruns it anywhere there, just give the red a chance. That's perfect. Personal preference now. Play the one to the bottom right, stun it back a couple of inches. I'd say he's got to take the one up the top now. I don't fancy him swinging around two angles to get on it. Play it while you're on it, roll it in. It's natural. It's a good shot, and it's been a decent finish, this. He's flirting with the middle. Now he's got to cue another. Oh, he's twitched that. He tried to do a Maz there and steer it in after he did it. Maz manages to get him to turn. No, that's the difference. I wonder if that yellow chops into the top right off the other yellow. Try and get the white. Oh, this is dangerous. Need to watch this one. Back cushion first. He hasn't hit them anyway. I fancy Martin to get this. Put it close enough and we got 5 each. And there we are, 5 each at the break, guys. Be sure to join us in about 10 minutes. See you later. Right, we're back for the eagerly anticipated second half of this Cat C £100 a man, King of the Hill. I hope you've had a chance to give your eyes a rest and come back fresh. Martin did just say he went to try and hang himself but missed the floor. Again, Martin's made a ball, but there's not a clear set to be going for. He's opted for the turn the table over shot. David's going to have first go at reds. Clearly it's all about them two behind the yellow on the top right. I think he's gone a bit straight to move them now. I think if he can just play out nicely on the top red, he can cut it in and just flick that red into play. Ideally you want to leave the one over middle as backup as well. And that's what he's played. I don't think he needs to do too much for the white here, just get the pot. I'll go out on a limb and say the kiss can't go wrong if he gets the pot. Oh, fair play, he's played it the other way and he's got a chance. Is there enough? He's got away with it and that's absolutely perfect. Yeah, he's tried to screw back there rather than just playing it natural into the yellow. They're both scared of going behind balls. Rather than playing with confidence, they just both see it, every shot going wrong at the moment. Martin's played that one nicely. He's just got enough angle to float down the table. Again, it's just a little tentative one when you're struggling with your queuing a little bit. He's playing the safety. It's not the worst idea, the way he's feeling. He's just, again, played it very badly. But David won't be looking at this long red thinking, I fancy knocking this in. He's played that nice and he's just got enough angle. Again, pick your spot. And that's not it. But if you can just make the pot, there's every chance he's still on that black. He won't fancy it and he's got to roll it in. But there's every chance he gets a shot at this black. Not from there, unfortunately. He's unlucky there. He's played that quite well. It was fraught with danger. David's cued that one and he's given himself a shot. And he's thraped that one in as well to get his nose in front again at 6-5. I'm going to go out on a limb and predict 10 each here. I think they're going to make me suffer right till the final frame. That's another good break from David. White's just got kicked nasty again. And he's just struggling to get the first ball. If he can pot the first red, they're gone. He's identified he wants reds, he's gone for the red in the middle, and he's left Martin first chance. If he waits long enough, these will fall in on their own. So far so good. I agree he's got to get rid of this top one, but I'd like to have a better angle than that on it. And that's why they say drop-ins are not for everybody. He's identified the bad ball quickly, which was good, but that wasn't the time to play it. There's plenty of reds down here to get closer to it. I think David will just try and hide the white a bit here. He has. It's tough queuing, but he's left Martin a shot here. That's the best one he's queued so far. It's just so tentative. He's allowed the white to just travel through. He's still in control of the frame, so he shouldn't hang his head too much. Still a couple of shots ahead here, so nothing stupid for Martin, and he's going to get a chance for 6-6. He's played that well. He's just cut down David's options of what to play here. Yeah, good reply from David as well. Let's give half a chance back here, but it's not easy. He's queued that well though. Has he got the angle to smash the double in off the backside of the red? Free that bag up. Might be playing the treble here with a hope of getting a safe white up the top. Obviously if it goes, he might have a chance. Oh, he's gone for the treble and hit the double. And now he can lay in behind, but it's tough from there. After that double, do you try another double? Because it's a heartbreaker. He hasn't. He's played the layup. And that's what I don't like. I don't like going out on a safety when it's just as hard to play as the pot. Martin's digging, so it might be half ball swerve. I can see the one over the bottom bag. You just can't get that white away from the bottom cushion. It just makes everything that little bit harder. He's cued that one nicely though. There we are, 6 each. There hasn't been many dry breaks, but that's certainly one. It's a nice couple of shots from Martin. He realised they're not there. He's took his colour set and just tried to set one up. David thrashed that red into middle and not come out very nice at all, so he's just playing the loss of turn. Leave the white up the top of the table. I don't like him getting that red involved down there. But he's still got control of the bag. Yeah, he's in a spot of bother now because of that last shot. Give David half a go at these now. We'll see how he's feeling. Just left this one a little bit tricky. He can play the bottom one and up towards the yellow and leave the red into the right corner. I just think it's easier to get on that red to the bottom right now rather than try and roll this in and come down. It's you got to play this well and then it's a tough shot after, and he hasn't got the angle. Answers on a postcard what he's going to do here. Is he going to float the bag? Is he going to try and lay up behind it? Is it a red, yellow, red plant? Which I still think he has to take the top red first if it is. He's just played to develop it. And Martin could be back in control if he gets this shot right. And he has. Oh, it's just come out a bit far by the looks of it. But it's by no means an easy shot. Oh. He's given it a chance. Unfortunately, no rub on that occasion. Just can't afford to pot it. That's a good shot. It's another pit stop for me. Broke the seal and the water's going through me. So back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm glad I didn't miss too much, but I think this is where Martin's going for it. And he's played that one nicely. He did say he's been struggling with side, so he's cued that well. And that's the first time in the lead. Right, it's the first time David Owen's been behind in the whole match, so it'll be interesting to see how he reacts now. That's in off, and Martin has got a good chance on yellows here. He's getting his bad ball out the way first. He'll screw back for the one into middle. It's come a little bit too far, but he's just got to float this in. And that's a good shot. That's nice. Oh, it's dropped. That ball won't need cleaning. It's had enough wipes there. It's how you fancy it now. Do you play the plant slow, or do you just screw the red in over the bag? If he goes for the slow plant, he's probably got to be on the one he's hitting first, and he is. Just off the cushion now. It's gone too far, but he's still got a shot. Might be able to screw across 2 cushions now. Avoid the middle bag. And he's got a shot. He queued one of these horribly early on in the first session. He's got it this time. And that's a reverse dish. Even though that one yellow technically didn't go in, we'll give him that. If you can pot him through cushions, you deserve the dish. Martin's break now, so David's hoping this goes dry and see what he's got left. Something like that. Yeah, I was just thinking that, Bubba. 11-7's looking on, but surely this is a big chance for 8-7, which makes it a bit tougher. He's done it again, wrong side of the line. This is where I think Martin tells him and he's going to prove me wrong. Stating my reputation on Martin doesn't take the foul he tells him. Oh no, I feel bad. I feel bad. Has he called a foul? Yeah, it looks like he's called a foul. It's one of those. He should know the rules. It's happened twice now and he's caught it on the second time. I don't like it, but what do you do? Let him roll in for 8-7? Martin knows I'll be disappointed with that, so... Danny will be at home absolutely fuming that I'm even claiming that he tells him there. He says if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Definitely only Danny's mantra though. He's played that well, but if it doesn't go in the bottom left, he's still got to play a shot here. Just float around the black. But again, there's a big red on the bottom cushion. If he hits the red to the left, he's on the black, and he's played that absolutely perfect. Just ran on a little bit to make it awkward, but you've got to fancy him potting this. There it is, 9-6. I hope he's telling George now that I'm absolutely slating him in the commentary box for taking that. Because he knows. Another nice split. Planned first shot. And he's played that well again. Just got a bit of work to do here. They don't really connect now. He's played a nice shot there. But he's the wrong angle. This is a clever shot if he catches this yellow thin. Get the gap between the black and red and just push the yellow up towards the top. Hope to be on the top one, and he's missed it. And he was on the top one as well. Had a bit of a rub there. He hasn't had a lot of luck in this game, but like I say, when it changes and the score goes the other way, then things start to happen. No damage done for Martin there, but he's definitely feeling it now. I'm not sure what David's plan is here. It's a tough table for Reds. The only way out, I think, is the red next to the yellow above left middle. But I can't see him unblocking that yellow. If he can pop that in the bottom left and skill shot the other yellow, he sort of regains some control in the frame, but it's a massive shot. I'd suggest at 5-0 up he'd be playing it, but I'm not sure at 9-6 down. Not straightforward, these yellows, but he's still got bad reds, so it's a free go. I think he needs more angle to come across to the right hand side. Looks a little bit straight to me. See, I'd prefer to play this thin and up and down the lines, whereas he's screwing up the table. You can lose the white now. See how he cues it. He's over it. But it's potable. And he could possibly avoid the red and the black and be perfect on it. Is he behind the red? He's got a shot. And that's a nice shot. He was a 10-1 shot to pop that black 5 frames ago, but you can just see that the momentum's changed now and he's started to cue in. And he's not stressing about every shot now. I don't think anybody saw this at 5-0 down. Yeah, that's the difference. He's just queuing freely now, and he's what will be, and he's getting nudges now. Just pulled slightly towards the cushion. But he's still comfortably in control of this frame, and he'd want to get it done here. It's another that hasn't gone well for David this time. One last hurrah, and David plant that yellow up the rail off the inside of the red. And that should be all she wrote. Again, another bit of a free go for Martin here. Two good positional shots. Is enough. Oh. David's in all worlds of trouble, but he's getting extra chances. I think now he needs to move this yellow at the top. He's got to go now, he's not going to get any more chances. There's so many different ways he needs to be careful he doesn't overthink this. He's got to clip the yellow into middle and play the skill onto the red over the pocket and then come down the table. I did have something else, but I've just gone blank. I'll play the yellow up the top, cushion first off the red, open the yellow to the right, to the left. Just needs to make sure whatever he does, he's on his next ball. See, that shot's so much easier if you play cushion first. It was nigh on unmissable. He's played it off the red and hit it too thick. Again, it's just starting to go a bit awkward now for Martin to get over the line, because he's certainly thinking about it now. That's a great shot. It's a great shot, and he got the nudge he deserved there. Good double. This is one he's got to control now. He's going for the toughest one first, easier position. And he's got it. Again, pick your spot. Don't go behind the yellow. and he's played it nicely. And I think that's it, folks. We have Martin Delaney, 11-6 winner. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking with me. It was a bit of a battle at times, but about 30 of you battled it out with me. And I'm sure we'll see you again soon. See you later.